Y'all, Jimmy John's is in the building. We finally got some Jimmy John's to Seoul. I never thought I would live to see the day. I'm extremely excited, as you can probably tell. And I got myself a $25 sandwich, which actually cost me $25.28. I didn't know what to get because the menu is a little bit different. The thing that I always used to get was the Club Lulu, but they don't have it here. And just like Subway, they don't have yellow mustard on the menu at all, which just grinds my gears. Here's actually a quick look at the menu if you are curious about what they have over here. Yeah, no Club Lulu, no Gargantuan. Those are the only two sandwiches that I've ever tried, but today I'm going for the Billy Club, which is a #1 over here. Never had it before, but it is the most expensive option that I could find. The Billy Club has what I believe the ham. It's got roast beef. It's got provolone. It's got some lettuce. And it's got some tomatoes and red onions on this version, at least. And why is it so damn expensive? Well, you know, I did add on everything I could to this sandwich. Wait a second. Is this a normal? Why are they giving me two left halves, man? Shouldn't this be whatever? I added on extra meat, so both extra roast beef, extra ham, extra provolone as well, and then we added the guac sauce. So I added on everything we could. I'm gonna put this on a plate, I guess, just so you can see it a little better. I think we need 2 plates because these things are hefty. It's tipping over my plates. These things are giant. I will admit that, but $25 worth. That's crazy. Usually I'm always on here talking about how cheap everything is over here, but not stuff like this for some reason. Let's get into this. Let me show you actually an inside view. Oh, this also has mayo on it. That is another thing that I forgot to mention. But yeah, so we got the ham. We got the mayo over there. We have the provolone under here. Double everything. We got the roast beef. And then, you know, the filling, the guac stuff, all that stuff. And then, yeah, it just wraps around, obviously. So, Billy Club, if this is your favorite, you know, shout out to you. Like I said, I've only tried the Club Lulu and the Gargantuan a couple times, but going in. So, yeah, what my point is, I don't even know if I like Jimmy John's. I just know I love the Club Lulu, but yeah. Untoasted bread. That is nice, y'all. That is really nice. That is delicious. It's a mighty fine. That's a mighty fine sandwich right now. And you know what? While it isn't the thing that I'm always used to, the number 16, it does still have that, gives those Jimmy John's vibes, which I've been craving them for the past 15 years. And the fact they finally have it here just makes my day. Although, you know, you might have seen that video, like something called like I'm done with Subway, because I'm done with it. They don't have yellow mustard on the menu either. They took it off. They used to have it. They took it off. And it's freaking expensive. This is pretty much on par. It's better than Subway. Oh, trust me. I think this tastes way better than Subway. But the price point is crazy. I mean, I'll be honest. This would satisfy me for a full day, probably. I think this has a ton of calories if you look it up. One thing I did love was their bacon. Would have loved to add that on as well as the mustard. I don't know how good mustard would go with the guac. And I just realized this is all in Korean, so sorry. I guess you. I mean, they got the pictures though, so. This is wonderful though. Right now, it's hitting something nice. I like their bread, Jimmy John's. And low key, I like the fact that they only have seemingly one type of bread. There's I can't remember. I only had Jersey Mike's once in New York, and I don't remember if they had multiple bread options, but I know Subway does. I'd like, hey, give me one good solid bread over, you know, five different kinds of bread. That's what I'm saying. And I doubt they do this here. I don't know if they do it in America anymore. But when I was eating Jimmy John's, I can talk about that actually a little bit. I had about a good 6 months where I was going in. 17 years ago. Pretty much broke his joke, but I would get their day old bread and just max it or make my own sandwich with it with my own, you know, store bought lunch meat. I think they sold it for like 25 cents or 50 cents or something, like super cheap. Absolutely delighted. And that's the thing though. I'm pissed at the same time. I'm straight, I'm angry. And here's the thing, the exchange rate these days is off the chain. The dollar is real strong compared to the Korean won. So a few years ago, this sandwich would have actually cost more like $35 or something. Which is dumb. I don't even care. Not just dumb. Yeah, so my thoughts on the sandwich. And I think, like I said, it usually comes with mustard, but this one doesn't. I said it's mighty fine already, but I was hesitant on, you know, how well is everything going to work together with the roast beef and the ham. It's not something that you really throw together on the use. At least I've never tried it, and it's hitting something. It's really good, really good combo. Works really well together. Like the choice of the provolone. Although, if I could have picked, I might go cheddar, but that's just me. You know, cheddar, roast beef. Come on now. And the guac spread, it's great. Would I prefer it over the mustard? Nah, I'm a simple guy. Just give me some yellow mustard, but oh, here, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, bro, I used to eat Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's, actually, this is crazy. Jimmy John's was my first ever experience with delivery. I was 18. My parents didn't believe in delivery because, you know, it's like if we have to get it delivered and get the tip or pay the tip, we might as well just go out and get it for takeout anyway. You know what? Coming back from work, I'll stop by and pick it up and skip on the delivery fees. So we never, I'm saying, and when I say never, this is not hyperbole. We never once got delivery growing up for 18 years. Not one single time. Most of the food that we did eat was home cooked. But occasionally when we would get food from a restaurant, they would always pick it up, takeout. So I went off to college, SIUC, Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. Living on the dorm, shout out to the 7th floor crew. Crazy characters up in there, but I had $1,000. It was either 1 or 2,000. I can't remember. I can't remember. It was too long ago. It was like 17 years ago. That I blew through in 6 months, and probably a lot of that went to the Jimmy John's. And you get delivery to the dorm, so we never had a Jimmy John's in my hometown. They had one there. It was way cheaper than this. I'll tell you what. I think I was paying like $6 for Club Lulu back then, with delivery and everything, the tip and everything. What we would do, man, I don't know if I should really reveal some secrets. Some secret methods, but you know, all right. I think the statute of limitations has passed by. We would let's see. Our let's just say our dorm. What's the best way to say this? We get hot box on the reg, our room, and pretty much everyone else on our floor as well. Cops came in. Anyway, so I don't know. That's a whole different story. But we would do that, and then we would order some Jimmy John's and just go to town. So this actually brings me back, and it's bringing me back full circle almost, because now I'm the delivery guy. Like all I do is get delivery. I love it, and it's probably because I was deprived of it as a kid. And Jimmy John's first experience, I owe something to Jimmy John's. It opened my eyes to how amazing delivery can be. But so yeah, I did 6 months, 1 semester at SIU. Dropped out, but didn't want to go back to my hometown. So I just stayed secretly living in the dorms. The thing is, you had to have a student ID that they would like scan or something to get in the building on some bogus. That was probably a good safety measure, to be fair. So I didn't leave my dorm. I was that adamant on never going back. I ain't going back home. I want to make it here on my own. Even if I'm sitting in essentially a jail cell sized room with those, you know, those white, what are they, stone walls. I exhausted all my money. I think it was 2,000, maybe 1,000. I had maybe $100 left, and I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna make it out here. My friends would go out, my roommates. I would give them like $10, and they would just bring me back hella ramen. Which I would survive on. Unfortunately, I only lasted about 3 weeks until they caught on, because I would sneak outside sometimes, like wear a hood, a hat or something, and then like try to sneak out and then get signed in as a guest. But they caught on. Because I don't know how. Maybe a snitch. Probably a snitch. But they found me out, came knocking at the door. They hunted me down like crazy. I'm like, damn. So what do you call them? RNs or something? No, that's a registered nurse. RAs. There's like upperclassmen or whoever who like try to some snitches. All right, they're just some damn snitches. Probably had their ear up to our door and schniz, but yeah, that whole floor was a haze. Cops showing up, knocking on every single door. We had shout out Foxy. There's these long wings. We're on the 7th floor. Where our dorm was like kind of in the middle-ish, and so the cops would do their patrols starting and knocking at the door, starting from the central core on each door. So they knocked on one of our neighbors' doors, and immediately we got a phone call. We had just partook, and we started spraying all types of Febreze everywhere. About 1 minute later, cop shows up, knocks on the door, open it up, peeks his head in, looks around. Oh, definitely not this one. Definitely not this room. And moved on. Febreze, bro. The thing is, what we would do, there's a little trick. I said, I don't know if I want to reveal all my secrets, but there's a couple tricks. Everyone knows the towel under the door. Yeah, again, you know, who knows what I'm talking about? I don't know. If you know, you know. But the one is like you take a lighter, like a flame, and you put it, because sometimes the airflow is different. You know, so you put it up to your main door that goes up to the hallway and hold it to the crack of the door. And, you know, since that flame is very sensitive, it'll either kind of get sucked out into the hallway or blow back in. Kind of. And if it's getting sucked out into the hallway, probably ain't your day. Anyway, this will definitely be a special occasion type of meal for me. I think if I didn't get all the add-ons, it would have probably came out to more like 15 bucks, which is not too bad when it's all said and done. Maybe I'll try to translate this for you real quick. So fire. I love that bread. Oh, and see if there's anything that if y'all are like, oh, you gotta try that one, because this is only my 3rd ever Jimmy John's sandwich variety. Then let me know. We got the Billy Club, which I just had. Teriyaki roast beef. We got the meatball parmesan, the spicy Jimmy, spicy chicken ranch, the kickin' turkey, the ultimate porker, sweet chili chicken, Italian club, turkey tom, pepe, veggie, and the beach club. So if any of y'all are like, no, like if I see enough things, like you gotta try that one too, whatever it is, let me know. And some of the names might be a little bit different on there than the OG version, but yeah, I might give it another try. If not, yeah, I'm just gonna reserve this for special occasions, because I don't know. It's a bit pricey. Anyway, I'm just getting out of here. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.